What's up, everybody? Christian James here. Today's video. She was safer in Ukraine. Let's go. The saddest thing about this video, the saddest thing about this video is still the fact that girl got murdered for no reason because she was probably white and that dude was a racist. But the fact that Donald Trump had to expose this because the news refused to show it because a black man murdered a white immigrant from Ukraine. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the video. I'm going to react to the video. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to see the incision, if you will, but it's fucking disturbing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so right here, the victim gets on the train. She sits down after her shift at work. She sits right in front of the killer. Alright. Now watch. He's going to reach down with his right hand in a second. You're looking over at her. You see it. He reaches down. Now he's opening what appears to be somewhat of a butterfly knife. And bam! Right in the neck. Ladies and gentlemen, this man was out on bail. This man is a sociopath. This man is a menace to society. This man needs to be removed from the earth. But the fact that this video was not shown to the public to keep the people in that area safe because the news didn't feel it was right to show a black man murdering a white girl. Now, imagine this. This girl is from a country right now that's in the middle of a war with Russia. She goes to America to start a new life where she believes she's safe. She gets on public transit full of people. She sits down, plays on her phone, and she's stabbed in the neck by a fucking sociopath who's out on bail because for some reason in 2025 in Canada, the US, all Western countries, all white countries, for some reason we've become lenient on all types of felonies, all type of capital crimes, whatever your country calls it. It's lunacy. And the fact that she's a white girl and they wouldn't show it until the President of the United States brought it up is absolutely insane. Right there, she got stabbed in the neck. She's sitting there. She doesn't know what happened. She's bleeding everywhere. The guy chased off the train. Right here, she's bleeding. You can see there's blood all over her, and no one's come to her aid. I don't know if anybody's even aware what happened. But look, that lady right there is just minding her business, but would go into shock. No one on the way home from that day is expecting to see this. This is something out of a horror movie. This is something out of a movie. Something out of a worst case scenario. This is something out of a third world country or apparently America. So I understand people in comment sections. Why didn't that lady respond? People don't respond because their brain flips a switch. And if you're not a trained person or a person used through severe traumatic situations, you don't know how to respond to it. It's not as simple as just respond, okay? It's not that easy. Look, at the end of the day, we all wish we were heroes, but it's not how it works. You need to be able to respond to things. And sometimes you can't. Sitting there, bleeding. Ladies and gentlemen, ended up in that lady unfortunately passing away. Sitting there by herself on the train, scared as hell in a country where she didn't know anyone and no one was willing to help her. Crimes like this are covered up against white people all the time because it's not what the news wants to show. At the end of the day, if you commit half the crime, maybe there's something wrong with you or the people who look like you. And I'm not saying there is, but it's not acceptable this happens. It's not acceptable the racism against white people. It's not acceptable that the news hides these things. It's not acceptable that the United States of America, the President of the United States of America, the man in the top office, has to make this prevalent to the news. At the end of the day, everybody needs to be treated fairly, everybody needs to be treated equitably, and everybody needs to be treated justly in the eyes of the law. If you're a savage, regardless of the color of your skin and how bad your childhood was and whatever you want to complain about, slavery, fucking losing a war 400 years ago, whatever it is, that doesn't excuse the behavior of an individual in a moment for no reason, unprovoked, for no reason, saw a situation and take advantage. Didn't attack a large grown man outright, attacked a little woman from behind like an absolute piece of shit. I don't know if heaven and hell exist, but if hell exists, I hope you fucking rot there for eternity. Rest in peace, girl. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm fucking out.